Good morning, everybody. I just hope that everybody can hear me, anyone can hear me. This is my first live, and I'm really, really happy to be here. So, I don't know, I uploaded a thumbnail, but I cannot see it. I thought it was going to show as I start the live, but I cannot see it. So it is structured. I made this blouse for my customer, my client, and it is structured overlap sleeves, right? And I had some people who wanted to know how to cut that same sleeve. So because of time and how busy I've been unable to actually sit and make a video, edit it, and post on my YouTube. So I decided to come live. I'm also going to save this live so that um, whenever they're online or when they get the chance to see it, they can see it. All right. So I'm really happy to be here. This is So with Oma. I've not even introduced myself. This is So with Oma, and today I'm currently going to show you how to achieve that sleeves. That was actually my first time doing it as well. So it wasn't like I knew how to do it from the onset. I just attempted it as well. And to the glory of God, it came out nice. Yep. So you're gonna need your tape rule. Obviously, you need your tape rule. You need your scissors for cutting. You also need um, interface, and because of how structured that sleeve is, I'm using um, a strong stay. This is a strong stay. This is like the light one. They have the stronger one, so it's your choice. You can decide to use a lighter stay, or you use a very strong one. There are other stronger interfacing in the market, so it just depends on how strong you want that sleeve to be and all of that. You get, so mine, I didn't want it to be too standy. Like, I don't want the sleeves to stand in a way that you can't, it's not adjustable, it's just there. I just wanted it to be together with my blouse, to just blend in, because there's some interface you use, it will be so, like, that would be the only thing most people would see in the style or in the blouse, right? So I decided to use a strong interface, but not that strong. Do you get? So this is a strong interface, and we want to also cut. Welcome. I see that one person has joined. So I'm talking about how to make um an overlap sleeves. I have that on my shorts. It's a blouse I made for my customer. So let me move on, right? So if you want to ensure that you're not cutting on your fabric, because my customer gave me a lace fabric, it's a fully beaded lace fabric, and I cannot afford, like I said, that was my first attempt as well, so I could not afford to um try that sleeve on the lace. So what I did was I used my interface. So I'm using my interface to cut the sleeve first before transferring on the fabric. So that's what we're going to do. So, and here I have chalk. I don't know how visible it will be, so I decided to, I'm going to try each one so that when I cut on the table, you people will see it. So I have my chalk, and I also have some colored pencils. So let's try it out. Okay. All right, so let me just adjust the phone so that you can see the table. I hope you can see the table. Please like this video so that more people can join. But I'm also going to save this live. Like I said, I'm going to save it for later, okay? But you can please like the video, and yeah, if you can hear me, send a thumbs up or something. I really this is my first live actually, so um so now let's go. we're going to, like I said, you're going to need your interface. It's either you cut on paper. If you're attempting this first and you're not sure, it's either you cut on a paper, like your pattern drafting paper. It's either you cut on the paper or you use your interface. I think it's just best to use an interface. My paper, I don't have any paper. If not, I would have used a paper, right? So it just means that I'm going to waste this interface, my strong stay. Okay, so the next thing I'm doing, right, or the first thing I'm going to do is to, so see now, so this is what it looks like, right? Oh Lord, I hope you can see it. So I'm just going to fold it in this way, like this, to give a cone shape. You know, as if we want to cut peplon, something like that, sha. So I'm just going to fold it this way to give a cone shape. Now you want to work with your armhole. You must know what your armhole is. So I'll fold it this way to get my cone shape. Alright, so this is my cone shape. So this is the cone shape. This is how it will be now. You fold it this way to make a cone. To make a cone. Now, what you want to do is you must have gotten your armhole. Of course, you know how to take your measurement, your armhole measurement. You must have gotten your armhole. Alright, so let me just assume that my armhole, because I don't want to waste this interface. So let me just assume that my armhole is 10, or my armhole, the person's armhole I'm working on is like 8, right? So this is folded into 2. So you are going to divide that armhole 8, you're going to divide it by 2. Of course, it's 4. So I'm marking 4, right? I don't know if you can see. So I'm marking 4 here. So this is what it is. I've marked my 4, right? So basically, to cut this sleeve, you really don't need any big thing. Just ensure that the space you have, for instance, if the person's armhole is 20, just ensure that you're able to get that 20 plus more space. You're able to get that 20. So 20, that's 20 divided by 2, you have 10, right? So just ensure that, because this is folded into 2, that's why we're dividing by 2. So just make sure that you have that 10 and you have like extra allowance, right? So as soon as we continue this video, you know what the extra allowance is for. But coming back to my example, like I said, let me say the armhole is 8, so I divided by 2 and I'm getting 4 with an extra allowance, right? So now this extra allowance that I'm leaving is for the overlap, to overlap it, to get that overlap. That is just the major reason why I'm leaving it. That's just the major reason why I'm leaving that allowance. Okay, so that's what it is basically. So I've gotten my 4, then I'm going to leave like another 4 if, for instance, you're cutting for a bigger person, for an armhole of 18, 20, 23, 22, do you get? You're going to leave at least 4 or 5 inches more for that overlap, right? Because if you cut your exact armhole, it just means you want to take it round. There is no overlap anywhere. So that's extra inches is what you're leaving for the overlap. Okay, let's just go on. So now this is what I got, right? I got my 4 here, so it means I'm starting from somewhere here. I hope you can see the chalk, please. So I'm going to do this. So let's say I have my 4 and I left like extra 3.5 for the overlap. That's what is here. So my 4 for my armhole, then the extra 3.5 for the overlap. Okay, so that's basically what we have here. Now you want to, from this point, get how the length of your sleeve. Of course, I hope that thumbnail showed, so that you can go back to my previous video. It's a pink blouse, to see what I mean. So for that sleeve, I think I actually used a 4 inches length. I used a 4 inches length rather, but it just depends on you, the length you want to use. So the length here is 4 inches. I'm using 4 inches, so we want to take it this way. We want to take it this way. So the idea of this sleeve is that what we don't want to make it too free, like too like we don't want to make the circle too much, so that it doesn't look like a peplum circle. We want to still give it that peplum look, but we don't want it to have that peplum circle. Anita, Favor, hi. Choma Joy, Wamu, hi. Hi, and welcome. Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining the live. Please, you guys, like. So now, I've just connected the four, right? Basically, this is what this sleeve entails. I don't know if you can see it. So you can, if you notice, the peplon is not too much. If you notice, the peplon is not too much. It's not too much at all. And then this is what we have. So the next thing we want to do is we want to find a way to blend this thing in here, because we obviously cannot have it um we cannot have it like this. So we have to like find a way to just blend it in. Okay, so that's what we want to do. We want to just blend it in. This sleeve, there is no big deal to this sleeve. That's just the truth. Honestly, if you can get the technique, this is basically what it is. So you want to blend it in. Remember, I said this is the extra inch. We need it for the overlap. Okay, I'm trying to save this interface. Strong stay is expensive, if you know. So you get your scissors. Well, literally done with this tutorial, right? So you get your scissors, and then you want to do this. Okay, you want to do this. Now this part now that is closed, the trick of this sleeve now is this part that is closed is where will be at the down of your armhole. This side now, this side, not on your shoulder. This part now, so I will notch here, I will notch here, right? I will notch here. So this part is where we want to overlap. This is where we want to overlap. All right, so this is where we want to overlap. So if you notice, we already have seats, we already have that sleeve. There is no big deal to it, right? We already have that sleeve. Another thing you can do is, so that this one is more, this one down is more, oh sorry, I didn't know this thing has left. So this one down is, this one up rather is more obvious. You're going to maybe retrim it off again, so that you get this side. So have you seen? So this place we notch now will be the up, that's on this shoulder, while this other one that you notch down that is closed will be the down. So this is basically everything about the sleeve. There's no big deal. So this is the shape of it. This is what it looks like. You just cover this way, and you're good to go. You have your structured sleeve basically. So thank you for joining. I'm so happy I did this. Maybe I'll be going live. Let me know if you want me to be going live, like anything. I think this is even a good way to do a tutorial. So instead of me waiting till when I have time, just let me know anything that you want me to any style rather that you'd want me to show you how to cut it, right? Because right now I can only show you how to cut a particular style. There's really no time, honestly. Like, and for tailors, like, this is our season. We get to work, right? So thank you very, very much. I'm really happy for the people who joined this live. Some people joined and maybe network they left at some point, but I'm really, really happy. I'm going to save this live video. Okay, so let me know um what you'd like me to show you how to cut, because now, like I said, we'll only be cutting. I trust my designers on this platform. You will definitely know how to sew it. Once you get the cutting, it's usually easy to sew it. You would find your way around sewing it. Okay, so thank you very, very much. I'll be ending the live now, and yeah, bye bye. Okay, how do I end this live? That's another thing I'm still learning. Please though, if you know how to end life, show me or just write it down so that I can know how to end this life. Because I started life now that I cannot end. No, not hiding. No. Hey, you can carry us along with the season's work, my suggestion. Okay, okay. No problem. I will. It's just that the rush. Maybe I'll just go live and be sewing, right? I guess that's what I'll do. Okay, that's fine. Maybe later in the day I'll go live again because I currently have a peplon. I have some work that I want to cut, right? So maybe while I want to cut them, I'll go live so that I can explain as I cut. All right, thank you. But right now, I really need to know how to live this life because I don't know how to live this life. You people should help me if you know how to. Okay, let me click this place for share. Ah, you people should help me. Oh, I don't know how to live this life. Oh, how do I end life? Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. All right. Bye bye.